Hello, owls. How is everybody doing today? Welcome to today's stream. Hey there, Mikey. Thank you very much. Yeah, bad luck is hitting me again, and I don't know why I deserved it. Yeah, as people probably should know. Yeah, thank you for the hydrate. Wait, I'm hydrating. Ooh, cold tea is good. Hey, Colleen. Yeah, my second monitor gave up life. So I have my phone here to read chat, and I don't really have the money to get a new monitor, but I had to get one, so there's like no point getting around that situation because it's like an essential. Like, have you ever tried working on, like, if you only have one monitor, it's not working. Yeah. So I ordered one. I don't know. It's probably gonna come later today or tomorrow. Because I asked somebody to like order it that has like what's it called? Like fast delivery service. So and then once it's there, I'm still have to get it. So I'm gonna have a new monitor soon, no worries. But the money came from my furniture fund. So at the moment I'm debating with myself which furniture I'm gonna like get off my list. What I can replace with nothing, like the easiest. I was gonna only buy like bare minimum anyways, and to be honest, I can't really scrap like bathroom or kitchen, so that leaves either things in the bedroom or the couch that I was gonna get. So at the moment, I'm thinking about maybe the couch is gonna leave. The living room is just gonna be an empty room. Who cares? That's how it's going, I'm guessing. I wasn't even sure if it would have been enough to get all the stuff, because apparently kitchens are more expensive than I thought they actually were when I planned out my fund. So we'll see. We'll see. Replace with what am I supposed to replace with a monkey? The kitchen? Monkey, make me food. Ooh, ah? I don't get command. No, that's not gonna work. But yeah, it's not essential. Like I said, kitchen is essential. Bathroom is essential. Everything else you can kinda get by without for a while, so it's not life or death, but hell, it stinks. The monitor did not have to break. It didn't have to do that to me, but anyway, it did. Monkey work, monkey buy kitchen. Isn't animal work illegal? I'm not quite sure. Also, technically, doesn't the money the monkey makes belong to the monkey? If it has enough rights to get work, then I'm guessing. Also, caring for a monkey? Oh no. That's gonna only be chaos. Doesn't work in my very orderly world. The monkey consent to work. Where would I get one of these monkeys? I need more information. Because so far I haven't heard anything. Yeah, also never mind me. I didn't really eat anything for lunch today. I was kind of too bad in the mood. Then I just ate a couple of snacks. I still have like 2 of my like gummy bear stuff here hanging, and now I'm sick. So Maybe it wasn't the best idea to skip lunch and instead go for snacks, but I was depressed, so that's what I do. Weird snack. I dropped that back. But yeah, more info on the monkey, please. Or rather not. I think living with monkeys would probably be very, very messy. Like, even if they are well trained. Because my mother has cats. And that's already too much for me. They're like way too much chaos. Hair everywhere. They throw stuff on the ground. They misbehave. And it stinks somehow. Monkey get anywhere. Yeah. Monkey in your food. Everywhere. I wouldn't want the hair anywhere. Not good. Yeah, so far the only pet that I had that I was kind of happy with were my pet birds. Those were always nice. Most people say that like birds make a lot of dirt, but I think it was manageable. Because although I think sometimes they have the occasional poop outside of of their cage area, it doesn't smell as bad as like dirt from the other pets, and it doesn't happen that often. But maybe that happened to do with training. I think if you have like a well-trained dog, it would also be good. But the only experience with dogs that I have so far were very, very not trained dogs. So dogs that would freely take their dump inside the houses. So maybe my experience is just screwed up. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not giving them the time of the day. Maybe cats can also be behaved if they're like properly trained. Dog is cute. Kind of depends on the dog. Hot take here, but it depends on the dog. There is like some that I don't find as cute. I'm more into the dogs that like actually look more like wolves. Like they have the longest snouts and the big ears. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like very highly bred dogs, so to speak. Some dogs are ew. I don't know. That's going too far away from like the dog for me to actually like be good looking. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, it's not. We can't forget it's not the dog's fault. It's the fault of somebody that was thinking like, we need to breed these. So their snouts are like super short, and the legs are short, and everything is weird. It's these guys' fault. It's not the dog's fault. Dog is still a little innocent doggy. Whatever humans did with it. Hey there, Simey. How you doing? Smile. Tiny smile. As I said, most of the time it's not really a big issue with the smallness. Like, imagine you have like a proper looking dog, but he's just smaller than the rest. I think that wouldn't bother me that much. It's mostly like the deformations that I'm not liking. Smile stream, smile mouse, smile dog, smile everything. You find that's good. Yeah, I'm a little depressed. Life is not going my way. My second monitor died. I'm trying to get by, but life keeps hitting me like, oh, you're having a nice day. Here, have some absolutely disastrous thing. Here. How? It just gave up. The previous weeks, every now and then, it had like a blackout, like a disconnect for like maybe not even a second. It turned black, completely black, and I'm like, what's going on? Is the cable loose? You're like looking at the monitor and you're like, what's going on? And then it went back to normal. I'm like, okay, fine. It's back to normal. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I yanked the cable somehow, even though I was nowhere near the cable. And that happened like 5 times or something, more frequently. And then, well, then I was just minding my own business, being on the PC, and then all of a sudden it disconnected again. But this time it was like, how you put it? It was not coming back for a long time. Then it was coming back, but everything was like grayed out, and then the lights started fading, and then it died. I'm not sure what happened. It went kaput. Everything is... everything just... I don't know. It's not like physically broken. There's like no scratch in it. It just gave up working. Sad but true. How old was the monitor? It was a little older. I think it was about 4 years now. So it wasn't freshly bought. It was definitely older. But still, it was a bad moment. I'm not really have the money right now to replace. It could have just, you know, waited a little longer. I know they want it to break so you get a new one, so they don't make it as sturdy and longevity anymore, but still. My monitor is gonna die. So doesn't mean that it has to. I had a monitor once that was lasting. That was my previous one. That was lasting 10 years. I had 10 years of a monitor. That one was with me forever, and then at some point it was having the same problem, but that one was 10 years old. So I'm like, 10 is an age where I accept that it's too old. 4 is a little too little. Like 6 at the very least, I'd say. 5 years old. You're overdue. It's gonna break soon. Maybe it also depends on how expensive the monitor actually is. Because if you get a more expensive one from like proper manufacturer, it's also gonna hold longer, but it's gonna cost more. So you have like a decision. What do you want? Small streamer. Tiny. I'm tiny. Hi, Careful. Hello. Hello on the tiny phone, you. Yeah, if I misread any text today, then it's definitely the phone's fault. Okay. Just so you know. I put it on very big font though, so I should be able to see. I have good eyes. That's what the doctor told me. The only thing that is really good working on me are my eyes. But yeah, you have to decide. Do you want to get the expensive monitor? That's probably gonna hold like 2 years longer, but it's gonna be more expensive. Or you want the cheap one? It's probably gonna break after 4 years, but it's cheap. So I got another cheap one. What can I say? I already have problem affording this one, so I took the cheap one. As cheap as it gets. I would have bought a cheaper one if I would have found one. But I didn't. The cheapest I saw was 100 euros. Well, for the size. Of course, you could get like a... I don't know. Such a tiny little screen. But I mean, what's the point? I should see stuff on it. Otherwise, I can't work. So it must be the same size as the original. The doctor was floating you. You have really good eyes. Ooh. I don't think so, though. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It didn't come across as flirting. It was like right after I did my eye test. I did the test like... that's when I went to the doctor because I had like this pain in my eye. If you remember, that was like a month ago or something. Or 2. I'm not sure. Is it 2 months already? I went to the doctor and they're like, oh, maybe the pain is coming from your eyes having to adjust because you can't see properly, so you need glasses. So they made a test and I aced the test. They're like, they go to like, there are these lines and they go to a certain line to test you, and they're like, Why is she so good? Let's take 2 more lines. And then I did these 2 perfectly as well. And they're like, okay, your eyes are good. That's not a problem. Very, very good eyes you're having. At the very least, one thing that's working. Monitors are even cheaper. My main monitor I only own because I got it from my dad when he brought a better one. Can't even imagine buying a new one. Yeah, I mean, I have nobody I can inherit a monitor from. That sounds so inherit. No. Nobody died. It just, but inherit I think would still be the right word. I do have one that I bought used. I only bought something used once in my life. And it was broken. And I couldn't get a refund after. And after that, I did never buy anything used again. Just, I saved myself the money. Also, if I buy it used and they technically mostly break after like 5 years or something, and I get one with 4, then I have to buy another one in like another year. That I think doesn't really pay for itself. Right? Like if I do the math, if I have to get one every year, that's like half the price is the worse than if I get one for double the price, but it holds for 4 years. Yeah, my math checks out. My math checks definitely out. That's better. Hmm? My glass is so wet on the outside. I put my glass inside the fridge with the cold tea inside because I made a new batch and this one is like the one that's still left over. So I put it inside the fridge and I gotten it out of the fridge right before the stream. And since my room is relatively warm, and the glass is ice cold, it has some like evaporation on the outside, so it's somehow a little hard to hold it. It will slip out of my hands. Slippery glass it is. But yeah. I didn't think I had to buy a monitor so soon either. I thought it's gonna last at least 1 more year, maybe 2. But yeah, I'm kinda disappointed. Don't think I'll ever buy one of like this brand again. Cause funny enough, when my monitor died back in the day, I bought of this brand. And it died on me almost like 3 years later, now that I think about it. And I got this one, and now this one is also again breaking after 4. And my partner did buy from the same company. And they were again... They broke after like 2 years even. So I'm not trusting these anymore. I'm gonna get a different brand. I'm getting a different brand this time. Different is good. The trust is gone. I have to see if I can trust another brand. Maybe it's just unlucky. Sometimes you get a dud and it's not really the brand's fault, but sometimes I want to be careful. The only bad thing about the new monitor that I ordered is it does not have any speakers. No speakers at all. Which is not that bad because my main monitor still has speakers and they are pretty fine. I don't need speakers in both monitors. I don't think that's necessary. The speakers in this one were bad to begin with, so they were like absolutely horrific quality, like disgustingly. So I never used them anyway, so it's okay. I don't need speakers in this one. But still, it's a downgrade. And a downgrade is a downgrade. I wonder if it's gonna come delivered before the anniversary stream. Because then I need to set it up. and stream with it for like first day, and I hope nothing breaks at that very moment. Wouldn't be the first time that happens, actually. Okay, I got my last gum. Yet I'm still sitting here with my broken mouse wheel. Like, this one I can sit out, I think. That's not that important, even though it goes heavily on my nerves. This one will have to wait until after I moved. If there's money left, it can go into a new mouse. And if there isn't, then I'm gonna keep on using this one till the end of the eternity, or until it completely breaks. Whatever is first. Maybe you can still repair it? But I don't have the knowledge on how to do that. Especially since it's like it has digital switches or something. I don't know how these work. Okay. For Thursday. Oh my god. I just noticed that my headphone is low on battery. That's not good. I'm gonna get the cable real quick. Give me a second. Where's my cam? I'm gonna get real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Can you hear me? Everything good? I just plugged my stuff in. Yeah, I think it's still working. Yay! Lucas Pugas want pizza without locust. What's locust? I think I only know locust, and that's not very yummy on pizza. Where was I? I forgot. I just made a point, but I forgot what I was talking about. Out of all the panicking with my headset not charging. It's charging now, so it should be fine. No, but... Now I can see better. Good job. I was... What was I gonna say? Matador. We talked about that. Maybe what we shall do? Maybe I wanted to talk about what we shall do. Maybe we can do something chill. Maybe just play some Planet Zoo or something. Unless somebody has a different idea. Something relaxing. But yeah, I can't really repair my mouse. I could try though. I did try some of the things that the internet recommended about my wheel, but somehow it did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. Every single trick that I tried to fix my wheel did not do anything. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. But yeah, the most important thing right now is the thing with the home move will work out. Even though it will still take a while, I think it looks good at the moment that I'm gonna get the place that I want. Now, I just need to wait for like a yes. Like on my side, everything is cool. I would take the place that I was currently having a look at. I just need an okie dokie from the other side. And then it's back to bank to talk about finance. And if that's going through, then I can plan move. If that ever happens, if that is the case, which I hope, I really, really hope. I was planning on already being moved at this point. As you already know, I'm looking like in eternity already. And was already screwed over like twice, so... What can I say? I'm impatient. I'm done with waiting. Music is slapping today. Somehow. Da 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 dum. Okay. It is so... I always want to look to the side where the monitor is just to notice... Ah, no. Chat is down there today. It's so weird. I'll get you getting no worries. That's what I told myself the first time. Now I'm more cautious. I'm planning with like a plan B and a plan C and a plan D just in case. You know what I mean? Because the first time I set everything on one horse, so to speak, and sadly, that didn't work out. And then I was like, okay, but all the other opportunities are already gone now. Why did I not like secure them too? Because I was so sure the other thing was gonna go and work out. Hey there, Shaki. All backup plans in the alphabet. Yes. And if the alphabet is ending, then I'm gonna have an additional. And just call it A2 or B2. And we're just going on from there. The backup plan for the backup plan for the backup plan for the backup plan. Never ending. Well, as many objects as there are, I can't just magically make objects that are working, like price-wise, pop out of thin air, you know? But everything else, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a look at it. And also having a look that they don't try to screw you over. I've seen a lot of people like offering homes with like, oh, this is super duper nice, and then it's a rotten down room with basically no isolation, or whatever you call it, like horrible on heating. Onk to you too. And yeah, and they still want it full price, and you're like, nah, this is not what you promised. But yeah, we had a discussion about how horrible housing prices, like living prices here are currently, so it's only gonna make me more depressed the more I talk about it. It's not very nice. But moving away is also not an option, so I'm like, I'm sandwiched in between bad options. Very nice. Enough of the slap, and the music decided to quiet down. Regarding Thursday for the stream anniversary, I did actually right in front before the stream right now. I did manage to get the pizza connection to run. I tried it out for like 5 minutes, and it didn't crash, so I'm guessing it's gonna work. It didn't seem like it would be doing any weird things. Like before, when I tried starting it up, it had like, first it had like no picture, like nothing was happening. Then I had problems clicking on objects, like the mouse was offset somehow, so I couldn't click on things, and that was like super duper weird. Then I had problems with the color, actually. Like everything had like a very weird color scheme and contrast and everything. Like something was definitely up. But I fixed all of that, and I think it looks decent now. I had to install a few programs to get it running, to like get backwards compatibility. But now it seems to be doing the thing, so I can say on Thursday we're gonna play some Pizza Connection too, for the nostalgia. For anniversary. Also on Thursday I'm gonna Put the redeems all on free. Freebie redeems. I wouldn't forget any. Yay for pizza! We're gonna make the most disgusting pizzas on Thursday, I'm gonna tell you. I don't know if any of you played that game, but you can create some monsters there. Let's just put it like that. Probably I'm gonna be too busy in the pizza creator creating the most disgusting pizzas known to man. Meanwhile, my business branch is going bankrupt, and then we're gonna have to start a new game, and I do the same thing over and over and over again. Well, maybe I'm gonna put a few nice pizzas like on the menu. Even though I was kind of surprised on if you actually try to create the most horrible pizza possible, and you put it on the menu there were sometimes still customers that would order that pizza and were satisfied with the pizza. Like, how did I create this? I failed. How could you be happy with the pizza? Cockroaches on the pizza. It's something like that. But people were sometimes eating that, and I am like, why? Like, why are you satisfied? Stop being satisfied. You're supposed to hate this pizza. The only thing that would, like, generally over the board make people hate the pizza is when you, like, way overprice it. Overpriced pizza, not nice. We'll see how I manage on Thursdays. If I still know how to play the game. I'm gonna have to make a confession. A heads up. I only mostly played, like, the normal pizza franchise mode. Like a good girl that I am, even though the game, of course, builds on the idea of you manipulating and sabotaging the other, like, competitors to get them out of business so you can take over the restaurants and be the wholesaler of pizza in town and stuff. So we can try that, but I just want to say I'm inexperienced in causing this kind of mayhem and chaos, so be warned. Newbie mafiosi in the making. But maybe first we're gonna establish, like, having our own thing, like, create enough moolah so we can actually, like, get into the sabotage business for a change. That's gonna be hard enough as it is. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But for today, how you feel about some Planet Zoo? Or do you want to continue on talking about a topic? I need a topic though, because I'm all out of topic. I'm out of topic. Out of toppings? No, that would be the pizza, not me. Out of topic. Oink oink topic. Pizza though? Pizza delicious? I agree. There's nothing like a horrible pizza, right? Like, even bad pizza is still pizza. That's the saving grace of pizza. Pizza is always good. Like, except maybe the horrific ones that are created in this game, but like, if I would eat a thing that's on the pizza, if it were not on the pizza, but instead, like, I don't know, in a salad or in a sandwich or raw, that it's okay. Of course, if you put, I don't know, living shrimp on the pizza, still, like, jiggling about. That's the thing, by the way, that I read on well, watch a video on YouTube. It's disgusting. Don't look it up. It's disgusting. Then I probably wouldn't eat the pizza, but that's not the pizza's fault. That's the topping's fault, then. What's the most weird pizza you had? That's the thing. I normally do not order weird pizzas that I don't like. The most quote-unquote weird pizza that I had, but weird in quote-unquote not typical, but something that I like and enjoy eating, so it's not weird for me, would have been a pizza with fries and some sausage on top. Like, you don't see that every day, but I kind of enjoyed that kind of pizza. It's too bad the place that sold them is went out of business here, or they moved away, I don't know. They closed, that's for sure. So I never gonna enjoy that pizza again. And of course I could order an empty pizza and then fry somewhere else and then sausage and then like create my own one, but it's just not the same as ordering it, you know what I mean? It's just not the same, but I'm trying to recreate it every now and then. But a pizza oven makes things so much more delicious. The weirdest thing I seen somebody eat, like when I was next to them, like in person, was wait, somebody I knew personally, more like that, was a pizza with salad on top. Yeah, and I'm not talking like there was like vegetables on top or something. No, like literal salad, like arugula and stuff. Like only salad, just salad pieces. Just some green little leaves on it. And that was the pizza. Only the leaves. I would say that's the most weird pizza, because me personally, there is like only one stage for salad, and that's like fresh. Like fresh and like crisp and fresh salad. Like if you put it on the pizza and then you warm that up, it's all mushy. That's making the salad disgusting. Like what the heck? Why would you put that on pizza then? Eat the salad with the pizza. Like eat the pizza and then put a salad as a side dish, and then eat the salad separate. Like don't put the salad on the pizza. That's just sad. Best pizza is the one you make yourself. I would agree. The problem is mostly the oven. Especially since currently I have to use an oven that's broken, so it doesn't get to high degrees anymore. It's already having problems with like melting cheese properly, because it doesn't get it crisp enough anymore, because it just doesn't get the temperatures high enough. And trying to bake pizza in this oven is how to put it? A nightmare. It's a nightmare. Because it doesn't get the proper temperature, since the like you get heat from like above and from below on the oven normally, but the one from below does not get to high heat anymore. That's why it doesn't get the high heat. But this causes the pizza you put in, if it's like a freshly made pizza, to not be crisp on the lower side. Instead, just like mushy dough. Just the top side is actually gonna be good. So what I have been trying to do to kind of like get around this is like I just make pizza dough with nothing on top, and I put it in the oven and I bake the dough until it's like crispy on top. Then I flip the dough. And I put then I let it like cook for some more until it's like slightly crisp, not too much, like just slightly. Then I put the toppings on top, and then I bake it again until the toppings are done. But that causes sometimes that the pizza is like too dry. You know what I mean? Like the dough is crisp, but it's like dried out somehow, like in taste and texture. It's edible, but it's not the best. Not like it was before when the oven was still working. And currently the oven top is giving up living as well, so currently I'm cooking on heart mode. That's what it is. Heart mode cooking engaged. And rather involuntary. Because if I would decide, I would have like the perfect kitchen where like every tool is working, like luxury, perfect working kitchen, like a total pro. But yeah, currently I have to work with this. It's not that bad. It works for the most part. Just as soon as I put like 2 things on the oven top at once, it starts getting finicky. It's not working anymore. If I just have like 1 pot and I put it on top and I put heat on it, it's working. As soon as I put a second and want to heat that up too, nope, it doesn't work no more. Even though I have like 4 slots. 4 slots. And I can only use 1. Pathetic. But that's the way it is. So I'm working with that, and currently we also have like a mini oven here. It's just like super tiny. It's exactly to the dot point the size of a frozen pizza. That's the maximum that goes in there. That and nothing more. But homemade pizza don't go in. They are way too big. Also, other things don't go in either. So it's kind of hard cooking at the moment. I try my best though. I know the limitations, so I can plan around it, but sometimes it's just sad. For example, if you need to use the oven, and another person in the household also needs to use the oven, and even though you technically have 2, you can decide who gets the way too small but working oven, and who gets the normal sized oven that's basically not working. Like that, those are your 2 options. Newsflash. Most of the time people are actually arguing who gets the smaller one. Small? Okay. Not working? Not so okay. It's one point, I'm gonna have a working kitchen again. And then I'm gonna show you all the stuff I'm gonna cook. Maybe we're gonna do a little cooking stream then. To celebrate the new kitchen, if I ever get one. I think that would be a good idea. But first I need to sort it out. I don't even have a place. And on top of that, not a kitchen, so I shouldn't be planning things for future things that I don't even have yet. It's only gonna make me more depressed if things are not turning out the way I want. I can make pizza in my virtual little oven. That's gonna be good enough. Okay, let me set up Planet Sue, shall I? Suzu. We can keep on talking. Just doing some animal managing while I do maybe some creative stuff. Da 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 da. Yum. Powered by Cobra. Tea. Okay. Game is loaded up. Let me see if OBS takes it. Oh yeah, that was also a problem. Getting OBS to actually pick up Pizza Connection too is gonna be a problem, but I kinda got it to work in a way that I wanted it to. Oh, now what do I do? Yeah, I'll load the game in the meantime, because that's gonna take a while most of the time. Come on. Why is OBS not taking my game? Come on, OBS, you can do it. Oh, I get why. Because I still have it put on window capture. Yeah, I had it put on window capture. That's why. Shall we do with box today? You want the box? Game goes in the box today. I'm lagging again, am I not? Great. That's also a thing that I would really want to get rid of in the future. Me lagging when we're playing. Pause, because I don't know anything about this Sue anymore. Maybe we have the settings too high. Graphics settings. What can I put down? Post-processing, maybe? Amateur. Shadows. Shadows. I can definitely put shadows down. Let's see if that helps. Does it help? No, it doesn't. Great. I'm gonna really have to see that I fix this, because this is not bearable. Like, test. Like, I balance. It's way too slow. It's super slow mode. Also, physics are breaking. Like, what if I tap out of the game? If I tap out of the game, everything's okie dokie. If I tap in, everything's super slow. That's so weird. I am out of litter. Oh, that's not good. Slow is slow. Slow is okay? No, I don't think it's so okay. Where's all the litter? Oh, I forgot that for this game I also need my mouse wheel. Is there any way to zoom in and out without using the wheel? Plus? No. Come on, there must be... Ah, I found buttons on my keyboard. Okay, very good. Okay, where's all the litter you're all talking about? There's like one tiny bit on the floor. That's not a lot of litter though. Oh, I see where the problem lies. Could it be that I don't have bins on this path? Could it be? I think that's the case. Facility. Bin. Recycling bin. Do I have some that I can clone? Because I think I had a certain style. That should be the one. Duplicate. I can move them later. I just want some bins here so people actually throw their stuff in there. Instead of on the ground. There we go. That should maybe clear up that problem. Maybe. Depends on how well they actually want to, like, cooperate. You know what? I have an idea. How about instead of borderless, let me go full screen? And we'll see. I think that made it better, right? I think the full screen actually made it better. I have a problem with tapping out. But that's not the problem. That's not as bad as the lag. VIP guests in the zoo. Hello, hello, give me my coins. Handshakes? I shaking hands. Okay. I forgot what we were doing last in the zoo, by the way. I forgot. Has any of you ever played, like... Oh, I need to do that with my keyboard instead. Any of you actually played, like, Planet Zoo? Oh, we're not in the right category. Why nobody reminded me? Planet Zoo. And... we probably should deactivate this music for now, right? Does it sound like an idea? What are you doing? There's no need to lose your head like this. Yeah, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just going to the other side. Ooh. Is that a balloon? Boop. Boop. That one is unpoppable. The unpoppable pop balloon. Yeah, great. Okay, we'll leave that just going. Super dark right now. I played Jurassic Park Evolutions. I have some experience in running a park. But I would be guessing if your guests escape... no, not our guests. Dinosaurs. I have guest animals. Yeah, you know, the animals are also guests here. They're not slaves or inmates. They're guests. The one guest and the other guest. But yeah, if your dinosaurs escape, I think it's a bigger problem than when my, I don't know, my reindeers get out of the pen, right? It's causing way more yum. Does it panic people more? Brr. I set myself a little challenge with this particular zoo in that I made it in the Antarctica and still people are showing up with like this kind of outfits, so, and then they're complaining that it's too cold. Look at them. I never seen so much bullshit in one place. Look at them. Oh, I'm so cold. I came to Antarctica Zoo with shorts. I think the zoo is at fault. Don't you think the zoo is at fault? They might eat people. They just might. No, who's about to die of old age? No. Who's dying? No, don't die. My baby. Serious question, though. It's alpha female. Do we have any, like, youngerlings taking her place? Apparently we do. It's still sad, though. We will miss you, little one. That's alpha male. Where's all the rest of them? Please don't tell me they're all just babies. No, we have adults too that are not alphas. Oh. Has died. Doesn't look that bad to me. Oh. Oh no! No. Rest in peace, little one. We'll miss you. God, this is not starting off great. No. Died of old age. I mean... Please. We need to get her buried. This is so sad when this happens. But also, I never want to give them, like, away, because I know you can, like, pack them and sell them off, right before they die to, like, still make some money, but I don't want that. I want them to live out their lives here as good as possible. Nobody coming? I ordered a vet to... Ooh. Almighty Amazon box got her. Okay. I have to get used to doing that with a keyboard instead of a mouse. Alright. Maybe we are working on improvement, huh? How would that sound? Was there something I planned for? What animals do I have already? By the way, I didn't play for so long I forgot. Animals. Okay. We do have Arctic wolves. We have exhibit animals. I'm just gonna ignore the exhibit animals for now. We have penguins, reindeers, and timberwolves. Is there anything else that would be suited? By the way, do I have anything in animal trading at the moment? Nothing in storage. Okay, time to go into the Zoopedia and see what we could get. As well, what does this count at? Relation status, type. What habitat? And I'm guessing... Okay, do we have anything... I don't need filters. I'm just going to go through it. This is gonna take way too long anyway. Is that a different penguin from the one that we have? African penguin. Once their water 3 to 43. I have normal penguins right now, right? Let's search for penguins. How many penguins are there? King penguins. I think I have king penguins. Because they want like minus 20 to 17. Which is way colder. So technically if I would make it 5 degrees in the habitat, I could put them together, but I'm not sure. How's the space on the penguin habitat? Because I think it's already very, very small on the space. Is it? They have 500 for 200? No, actually they have some space. They're not very happy with soil and sand, though. Since when? Well, why? More likely, why? Can I keep 2 different penguin kinds in one den? Is that gonna cause a problem? Okay, also, what's the price on that penguin? No, a filter, and then we go to African penguin. That would only be males, though. That's only males? That's, it's a little unfortunate. Also, very old ones. That's not good. I would need younger ones. And 2 at the same time would not be bad either. Okay, what else could I get that's, like, thriving in this habitat? I mean, definitely not tigers. They wanted warm. And to save on costs, I actually want to have this all as low as possible. The leopard. Maybe they will have some sort of snow leopard or something. I think there is snow leopards here. Let's see if we find one. Timber wolf. Snow leopard. That sounds like something we could have. Minus 4 to 22. They need 705. A running space. Grade 2 climb-proof walls. Other than that, I think they're good. Oh no, we want... How big do you want their sizes? Group size 1 to 2. So, we take 2. Exactly 2. Okay, how much space do I need for 2 adults? About 850 space, I'd say. 3 meters grade 2 climb proof. Okay, where would I have space for this? We made some space on here, so maybe here. Okay, this is... How is energy looking? So I definitely, if I had like any heat or cooling stuff, I would have to have another electrical supply station either here or something, or way up on the other side. Oh, that's fine though. Water, I also need water. Yeah, this is like way too far in. Let's go with path. Staff path. I didn't know which color these are, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. Is that enough that we have... Where water? No, not bean. Okay, we either have a wind turbine, solar panels, water treatment, water temperature regulator. Do you even have water temperature regulators like in general? Because I don't think I have any yet. I'm still gonna leave some space for them though. If they're as big as this one, then I need about the space here. And also a solar panel. I need it like this though. Or technically I could still have a solar panel on this side to cover the rest of this area, so... Planning is so hard! I mean, nothing against, like, planning the actual, like, habitats, but planning the actual, like, structure on the outside, I hate this part. Okay, technically, if I were to put up... What did I need? I need grade 2, climb proof, over 3. Grade 2... Climb proof. That's not climb proof. That would be one. Concrete is definitely climb proof. Glass. I don't want to make everything out of glass. I learned my lesson once. I put an elephant into a pen, and everything was made out of glass. And then they said, "Oh, glass. Let's step on it." Grade 5. But this one is climbable. That's not good. 5. Not climbable. Red brick would also work. I think these are my basically only options. Red brick or concrete. Don't put the elephant in the china shop. I mean, it was just glass, okay? Technically, I did nothing wrong. Practically, I did everything wrong, of course, but... You know what I mean. Ow! We're just putting this like up like this. So it's not 100% hugging this, but kinda? Yeah, if we want to leave some space here, we're just gonna make a... We'll make this turn around like this. Is that fair? We'll see if that's enough space anyway, or if it isn't. Need to make food, be right back. What are you making? You're making me hungry. As I said, I didn't eat lunch. I was sad and picky and things just didn't work out. Okay, how big is this? But yeah, I hope you enjoy your food. Okay, I think I need to put actually a door in for this to work. I don't know, but I'll look at what I got. Gotcha. Most of the time, I'm gonna be totally honest, I have everything planned out. So I'm just weird that way. I have everything planned out for the week. Okay, this is 1,088. Okay, if that's not enough for them, then I don't know what is. Technically, we can still, like, take a little bit of more space from here. Can I edit this barrier? Edit? Technically, we can still, like, take a few inches away here. We have a little bit more space if we needed some, staff building and stuff in the back. I think that's good enough. I think I'll liken that. Of course, now we need to make some glass, otherwise nobody can actually see what's going on. Oh, also, by the way, Did I take? No, I did not have any. Of course not. I did not pay any attention on how big this actually needs to be in height. Well, let's make it a tiny bit bigger than it needs to be. Just... Because we had escapees at some point and I would like to avoid this. Okay, every... how about... make a big window here. Place this with big glass. Watertight, watertight. What's the difference between glass and... I don't know. Height mode. Snap. Rift. Can I make this glass? There was something here that I could click to make it glass. I didn't know where it is. Ah, here, window. Window. One-way glass. Now, is the one-way glass on the right side? Can't see? Can't see. Yeah, that's on the right side. Also this one. Let's just go with every second one. Does it sound like a plan? Okay, now we have like lots of space here where they can watch. And on this side, they ain't gonna have a little privacy because nobody gonna be able to watch that way anyway. Okay. And I just make sure that the bins are not like in the way. That's good. It's not in the way. Like, oh, there's nothing in there. Yes, there's nothing in there. That's gonna change at some point. Snow leopard. What else do I need? I need to prepare. Also, snow leopards wouldn't be bad. Also, why the heck do I have so many alerts? Research complete. Happy reindeers. Enough for the bath. Why were there so many? Multiple enemies are enemies. Multiple animals are hungry. My brain somehow went into enemy mode. I'm sorry. Why are they hungry though? What happened? Do they not have a keeper? Keeper is a son. He's asserting his dominance. Maybe I should assert my dominance sometime too. It'll just like stand there and it's just like, nope. No, seriously, why did I not have any food? Who is the keeper that's responsible for this? I could see that on the staff. And work zones and penguins. That would be... Keeper had small 3. And this would be... this person. That is resting right now. No, you're not resting. Oh, they're tired? Is there not a staff room that's close by? Wish my dominance would just work on its own. Just like a second person taking care of things. I mean, maybe you should try the T-posing. Maybe it's working. People saying that asserts dominance, so I don't know. People are rude and my dominance comes in front of them. Why are you giving this poor man trouble? How dare you make his day miserable? That's the problem. See? They don't have a staff room. Okay. I need to edit this work zone and give them a staff room. Maybe I can use this one as well. That one is not that far. See? Now I only need to find you. Pick you up. And tell you to instead go to this marvelous staff room. There we go. And then that should work better. Then you should be able to feed the penguins. Like, the thing you're actually paid for. Just saying. Do you need help? There you go. People getting stuck in my walls again. Oh, that reminds me. They can also have a look down here. I didn't even pay attention to that. Accidentally made a good thing. Okay. Concentrate. Yeah, if I want snow leopards, I first need to buy snow leopards. Species. Snow leopard? Under S like snow. No, I want the snow. Why so expensive? See, those are better. This is not too expensive. This should be fine. This one and this one. Not the best two, but it's better than nothing. Okay. For the next part, I'd like to have them already in the zoo. So we're gonna get both of them and send them to quarantine first. First and foremost, they're gonna get quarantined like everybody else. Need to check them for the bad diseases. And once that is done, we'll put them in their new home. And we're gonna make it pretty. Gotta give them a little bit of... I don't know, do they actually like a lot of stuff in their homes? Penguins are hungry. Are you done with your resting, dear staff member? Inspecting the penguins. Let me help you. There, I put you right in front. Now go in. Go inspect, and then you see that they're hungry, and then I'm gonna help you be faster. Because the preparation is actually made down there, right? Yes, inspect. See that they are hungry. Get some from the Keeper's Hut. Keeper's Hut is... I don't even know where she... Where did she go? I am confused. Where the heck did she go? She just vanished. You know what? My responsibility to take care of the penguins. The heck? Where the heck did they go? Did they just leave work? Going to habitat. Inspecting the penguins again? You did just inspect, and they are hungry. Okay, something is not right here. I need to have a closer look on why things are going wrong in here. There must be a reason on why. Prepare food. Yes, yes. And she's just standing there. Okay, what's the problem? What's the problem? Maybe the pathing is the problem. Let me help you. Does this help? And this does help. There's some problem with the pathing of this part. Only for her, everybody else is doing fine. Maybe they're just lazy. Should I fire them? I'm not quite sure about this. Seems lazy to me. I'm gonna have a look on you. We're gonna see if you actually earn your pay. I mean, getting minimum pay to be happy. There, again. They have a problem with moving along this point. I got an idea. How about we just remove this and make it a new. Does that sound fair? Nah, that didn't work. That didn't work. Why is this always 90 degrees? It doesn't need to be. Nah, do we have snapping on? Angle snap. No, I don't want angle snap. Actually, I'm fine with this. Is it this better? I now remade it. Doesn't look as pretty as it did before, but maybe that's gonna work. That guy also can't move. But some do I have no problems. There's like a permanent winter map. It's not a permanent winter map, but the zoo is actually in Antarctica, so it tends to be rather cold there the whole year round. Not like every day of the year, but rather cold, yes. So it's snowing quite a lot. It's not always snowing though, but we have in February right now, so which you can't see because I'm right in front of it. Come on, go to the side. Oh wait, you can't see that part. Oh, my box is too small. My box is too small. Can you see it if I go over here real quick? No, I'm too big. This way? Wait, this way? There, it's February. It's February. I need to make some adjustments to my box somehow. Somehow the crop is too big. I don't know why. It shouldn't be that big. I'm gonna have a look into that later. I can't really. Okay, this pathway working better now? I hope things are not getting stuck anymore. Okay, we have 2 lovely snow leopards that passed inspection. So we can just take them. And move them over to the new home. Oh, I wish I could do this a bit faster. There we go. And then we'll see what they actually like want to have in there. Also, I need to give them new staff room and also a new keeper's hut. A tiny one will do though. Is there already a pre-made Arctic so everything like fits together? Arctic keeper hut small. Let's put that. No? Does that not work? Here we go. Hut. And we're gonna do a staff room. Staff room, also a small one. That's way too big. Can I have smaller? You want staff room? How about this one? It's still taking too much space, isn't it? Staff room tend to be long though, so not much you can do about that. Asian staff room. Way too good graphics for Tycoon kind of game. This game really does have really good graphics. I agree on that. Okay, maybe I can like put it like this. Like so, it's sideways. And then I just connect it with a path. Very good. So I still have some space here if I needed water cleansing. Oh, my leopards are in. Okay. Eh. I really have to get used to doing that with the keyboard now. Okay. What do you want? Enrichment. We need more enrichment. I'm not sure I have any enrichment research, but we'll get there. Firstly, terrain. They do want way less grass. Especially long grass. They're okay with the short grass. And they want more snow. So, since it just turned May and the snow stopped, that's like a little unfortunate for me, because that means I need to get some cooling going for them. But first let's make sure they are actually happy, or happier when it's like not snowy. So, shortening the grass on the most of this terrain. They don't seem to like long grass like at all. Long grass is the enemy. Oh wait, actually they want more grass. I'm too dumb to read graphs. This is just I stand defeated. I'm too dumb to read. I just noticed they want more and not less. Let's make it a little more prettier than it was before, like not just everything the same, so it actually like looks like something. Isn't that a long or a short grass? This is a long grass. Wait, no, they do want less. I'm not dumb! I was reading that right before. What do they want more of? Rock. I just need to replace it with the rock, then we should be good, right? Why the heck did you complain about the grass then before? I'm confused. Short grass is good. It's still complaining about the long one, though. Way too much long grass. Maybe I can replace the long one with the short one now. Well, I'm not really seeing any long grass. I mean, there's a little bit over here. Other than that, it should all be short already. It's still telling me there's, more short grass, long grass. Okay, before I make it pretty, I'm trying to first make sure that everything here is no longer, long grass. I think that seems to be the most important thing for them, first and foremost. Not seeing a single hum of long grass on their territory. I don't know where it is, so, I'm just trying to annihilate as much as possible. Before I then go and put most of this to rock. Okay, I think the long grass is now finally gone. Alright, now let's rock this up. Rocky world. I'm gonna do rocky here. Can go with some sand too. Go a little rougher over here, so it looks a little different. It will look way different when the snow is setting in anyways. But this is like a good base for what they need. And I think that little bit of soil and sand that they want is probably where they would have their sleeping quarters. Which I think I put in the back here because it's not that loud over there. Yeah, I think the back here is good. so they can sleep in peace. I get rid of all of the grass, because they have a certain need of what they want. Like, when I get my head away, you can see, like, what they like and what they dislike. And if there's too much grass, they're unhappy. And I'm trying to make my animals as happy as they can be. So I'm trying to make these guys happy. And apparently snow leopards seem to not like grass. I don't know why. But apparently that's is. Because maybe they like snow. I just thought they would like their snow more grassy, but apparently not. Okay. Snow aside, I think this is a good ratio for them. Now, we just need to snow this up. And for this, we need coolers. Okay. How much of a radius does one cooler have? Because I'm not quite sure. But I think they can go, like, big. So we're gonna take 2 of these. And we put them to -5 degrees should probably freeze, right? -5 is freezing. How big is the radius? Let's let the magic work first. Okay, I see how big they are now. That's never big enough. We need more. I'm gonna get this over here. Duplicate. Get a second one here. One at the top. And one at the end. You literally have stone for ground. I mean, if they like it. It's not my preference, it's the snow leopard's preference. Okay, are these all on -5? I think they are. Okay, so we're getting it nice and chilly here, so we're getting a lot of snow. Next, what you mean? What? What, Mikey? I try to make this better for these guys. I need also hard shelter for them while everything cools down. Let's go and do some shelter. Animal burrow. They don't need burrows, I think. I think they can just go with a normal shelter. Should we go with a pre-built one, or shall I build one myself? For the most part, I do like building myself. It's just hard to do. Maybe we gotta make some out of rocks? Is there, like, Arctic rocks? Arctic. No, that's not what I was searching for. How about very gray stones? Or icy stones. Icy stones go too. You also have a great day. Thank you very much for dropping by, Mikey. Let's go and do a little cave system. Maybe not starting that small. We're starting with, like, big chunks. Could I rotate these? Is there any bigger items, maybe? Yeah, no bigger item for you. This seems to be bigger. I'm not sure this is gonna create a lot of space, but we'll try. Maybe a plate now? Now the hard part. Actually making like a top space here. No, eat stuff that's like big, but still... It's not working out, is it? I was better at this at some point. Let's... Back to square one. Okay. First... Starting with this, maybe? Strong carrying all the big rocks. Yeah. Do I have to carry them all by myself? How do natural caves exist? Not like this, I'm guessing. Also, I just noticed. I can't make them too high, because if they're too high, then the leopards are gonna jump the fence. Okay, we're gonna not make it out of stone, you know. This time I'm gonna make it out of wood. Making it different for a change. Architectures. Those are just poles. I mean, those are looking nice, though. Can't complain about that. Maybe if we're making this... And then we have, like, some foundation base on top where we're, like, putting them on. Concrete pillar base. Not really. If these were bigger shapes, you could actually make, like, some sleeping rocks. That would be nice. Wheel cabinet. No. Glass house tunnel. No, I don't want to live them in a glass house. It's so wild. I don't think they would like that very much. Oh, more glass pieces. Glass, more glass. Tons of glass. Okay, how about we starting with floors? Floor plate pieces. Because now I have a good oversight on how many we have. Circle. I think this is actually a nice idea. I got an idea. I'm gonna make this round for a change. Because usually I make these like super duper simple. But this time I'm trying a little better. Can I make some sort of steps? Probably can, but it's not gonna work with the grid. I'm gonna have to do these outside of the grid. We're gonna continue with column. I want some column, but technically I need the same thing as a roof, or at least similar. Why is that not working? That should technically already adjust to the correct height, but it didn't. Okay. Now I just need columns to connect these two pieces. What are these ones? Oops. Is that about correct? I just need to be 100%. Okay, so now we need some sort of pathway so that it can actually get on top. I mean, this technically wouldn't work, but I would need a lower, exactly. But I also would need it outside of the grid. I guess I'm gonna have to do it outside of the group. Unless I do have stairs somewhere. How about a stair? Temple? Nah, that's way too big. Still too big. Ramp. Ramp. Technically work if it weren't as big. Then it needs to be like further in. Okay, exit. Moving a little bit to the side. God, I need to see this from above. Otherwise it doesn't work for me. Tiny bit above. Always a little bit off no matter what I do. Oops. Did I now set 2? I didn't want to. 1 is enough. Let's try again. I know I want to get this like very, very on the point. Oh, that's just the way it is. If I do it like that, it would work. The size looking a bit weird. I think I can keep it like that. I think that's good enough. Now, big question. And does this actually count as, bedding? I think they're gonna need small beddings. I don't think they need big ones. Yeah, right next to each other. So they have it cozy. Now, let's see if that did something. Does this count? Yeah, it counts perfectly as hard shelter. Now we need to wait for the snow to set in. Temperature. As you see, it's getting colder. It just takes a while to get actually colder. But it's still not having snow. Even though we're at -5. Oh! Wait. I have an idea. I think I needed to paint where I wanted snow. Yeah. That's weird, because actually it should just be snowy wherever there's like a colder environment, but... I guess I need to paint where I actually want it. And before I do that, I should target you. I just needed that first so it doesn't melt wherever I put it. Okay, snow. For the most part, where the rocks are should be the best paths. I'm making it less intense, but bigger in size. Okay, they are quite happy with territory already. I'm making it a little more snowy, regardless, though. Okay. It's looking good. They actually do not like many plants. I would rather have a few plants for them in, though. Especially since they want to maybe hide behind something. So I actually need Taiga Asia. Asia? Taiga. Plants, of course. We're not gonna go with a tree. I had that once and they climbed all over it. I would rather not have that. If speaking of which, are the poles climbable? Should I be worried? Okay, I would like to have some bushes, maybe. Big old bushes. Those are tiny bushes. I'm not so big a fan of these. We have some big trees. Also, these are probably nice. They look a bit better. A little more used and feathered. What else? Yeah, I want bushes. 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 Bush of doom. How about this? What could I put with these? So they look a little bit more natural at the moment. That looks a little sauce. Not sure they would actually go there. You think I'm not noticing that you're just putting stuff there, so I feel more welcomed. This here. Ooh. I didn't want to snooch that. Okay. If I do any tree, I'm gonna put it right here so they can climb on top of it but can't escape anywhere. Conservate. This is a big bush. Definitely putting this next to this. So we're hiding a little bit the staff entrance. Somehow this still looks so sus. I'm sorry. I need to move this somewhere else. Just need to make sure I'm not putting too much stuff down, because as I said, they do not like that very much. Is it still okay? Can I put more stuff in? Will he hate me for it? A tiny bit more is okay. Okay. And we're gonna give you more. If I find more fitting stuff. Maybe I can give them some rocks. Rocks make it less weird, right? Rock here. Mossing that up. It's a little less weird. Maybe if I give them some water so they have fresh water instead of like just the water out of the bowl would be good. For this I need terrain brush and we're just stamping out a little hole. Intense but smaller. We put the water. We put it. Put it here. Just a tiny bit of water. I think we should have enough space for this to actually just work, right? Let's wait until it updates. Yeah, we still haven't enough space so the water can stay. If anything, maybe we don't want to put a tiny bit less water into this hole. Let me remove it again. We're not filling this up completely. Maybe we can just smoothen it out so it's not quite as deep. Especially this side. Okay, and now try again. Somehow that's still super smooth. Okay. Well, we'll just leave it like this. Now, food bowls. And enrichment. They gonna need... I don't know. I will just put them in here. I'm not sure they need water, since they haven't fresh water here, but I'm still gonna put a water pipe into the very back here, just as a backup. Just in case anything's wrong with the other water. And for food... For 2, I think a small one should do. Now let's just give them 2 small ones, just in case... Oh! Why is it obstructed? Just in case they won't want to eat at the same... the same trot. Like, maybe they don't like each other. I mean, we're setting them up to like each other, but it doesn't mean that they actually will like each other. Food enrichment. You are going to get... Oh, we're not having many options. You're getting this pumpkin. And... What you're gonna put it here. And for toy? Scratching trees. Yeah, the scratching tree looks kind of interesting. I definitely give them a scratching tree. It's kind of like the only position where it's allowed. Okay. Put it there then. And maybe you're also gonna get a box, because it's kitties, and kitties do like their boxes. Okay. I put everything down. Let's see how they're going. Let's see how they're liking their new home. So far, I can't see anything that they don't like. Rich man, happy, social. They're gonna get to know each other. There we go. Saving. We built a nice new habitat. Now, the only thing missing is actually making money out of this. Because I forgot to add... Guest facilities. No, that's not information. Utility? No, how's it called? Like the thing where the people are giving money to? The zoo? Oh, God. Where is it? Yeah, something like this. Donation box. We'll put a donation box up here. There you go. Donation box. Donation box here. Okay, some education also might not hurt. Miss hi. Hey to you too, Cassie. How you doing? What did you miss? The beginning? Don't worry about it. God, I forgot where everything is. Media and education. We need a board. Education board set. We're gonna educate these dumb people. People? These are snow leopards. Never seen such beautiful little babies. You're doing good. That's nice. Me, I'm a little stressed because my second monitor died, so I'm gonna have to get by at the moment with my phone, and also it's grabbing deeply into my finances, which I really do hate. But what can you do? It's the way it is. Snow leopard. And maybe some speakers will do nicely too. But yeah, other than that, I'm trying at the moment to like do better. Doing some research, improving content. Still trying to find the new home, so I'm on a big hold position at the moment in many things. But at the very least, my cold is getting easier, so can't complain on that department. Wait, where are the normal speakers? Ah, there they are. Educational speaker. Put one down here. And one we put up here. We're gonna have to make the radios a little smaller though. Because other than that, we're gonna have an overlap with this speaker. Penguin speaker is very big. We're gonna put this down to 10 maybe. So we have more space here. With the snow leopard. See, and now they're not overlapping. That's good. Yeah, at the very least, that's good. Gonna also have to have some positive for once. Every once in a while. No power? Oh. Do I not have power down here? The board is sadly right out of power. Okay, I'm gonna move the board over here for now. I think that's the best I can do for now. Before I now plan and do more power. Why is this one having no power? It should be creating power, if anything. Our facility not working? Maybe they need to repair it. Yeah, they're coming. They're already coming. As FPS games. Well, I hope at least you're having fun. That's the most important thing, right? Having fun, even if you're bad. I know what I'm talking about, because I'm doing that constantly. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah. As long as you're having fun is good. If you stop having fun, then you should reconsider. Definitely. If the fun is gone, reconsider. One of you is way bigger than the other. Let me guess that's a male. Yes. Grr. Grr. I think this one is actually like pretty easily to like spot into because it's like open on the side. I don't think I need any cameras on this one, like on the wolves. I'll see you soon. Sure. Hopefully. Very nice. New animal integrated. Oh no. They are still pulling all the crap on the floor. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of floor. First, we need a new caretaker because apparently people are littering way too much. Caretaker of the sky. Please tell me a wisdom. I'm gonna have to wait for them to drop. Okay, we're giving you like the minimum, and they don't have like a real work zones here, so I think that's fine. But I definitely need a new work zone for the snow leopards. So let's see if I can still do this. New work zone. This, the staff room, and this. And this we're gonna call We're gonna call this leopards. And then we need a new keeper. This one we're gonna assign to. It was somewhere to assign this. Yeah, here. Leopards. And I think that should be all. That's our, like, for the whole zoo. Educators are only in education stations. Maybe I could use another mechanic, seeing that the zoo is growing. Yeah, let's go with another mechanic. It's just you. Your pay. I feel so bad having to do this, but I also need to watch the money. It's, after all, it is a management game. What would I be if I didn't manage? By the way, how's my restaurant going in there? Didn't I build a restaurant in there? I'm a little concerned by the fact that most people that buy stuff here do not actually use the tables. Why the heck? You have a lot of tables here, so you can actually eat here. Nobody's concerned. The only guys using it are actually two dancing dudes stuck at the table. Shaka, I wonder what they are doing on a Friday night. Hanging out in the zoo, dancing on the table, or like more like near the table. Should I save them from this? Or shall I make them suffer? Suffer it is. They are entertainment for the other guests. Yeah, suffer. I mean, they dance them. Free employees are the best. I'm gonna leave them here. Yeah, but I'm super disappointed nobody's using my freaking tables. What's me? Nobody's side. We're going undercover. I did not pop that balloon. Nobody saw me, okay? I wonder how much he paid. I feel guilty. I just wanted to see if I could do it. Apparently I could. Is there another person with a balloon that deserves to be unballooned? Where is the person with a balloon that deserves no balloon? I need to know. How about somebody that's only wearing shorts and complaining about the freezing temperatures? God, why is it so dark? 'Cause it's 5 in the morning in the zoo? Okay, that's why. Perhaps. But I didn't want to think so much. Most people in the back here are not carrying balloons. Maybe I should do more balloon stations in the back. Only people in the front seem to be having balloons. I wonder why. Maybe I also popped all the balloons. Maybe that's the reason. I don't see anybody having a balloon anymore. Did I ruin my own balloon business? No, I'm not gonna pop balloons from a little boy. That's just madness. Okay, I give up my balloon popping business. Apparently the adults are now too fearsome to actually get some balloonies. Do not feed. I didn't put that at all at the other stations. Let's see. It is time for another check on guest needs. Okay, there are some that are very unhappy. They very, very badly need something to drink and a toilet once they're around this corner. But there's actually toilets over here, so they should be fine soon. Not like every single one of them is. These are just unhappy because this place sucks. They could be more specific on what I could improve. They're complaining about it being too cold. Let me guess. You're one of these guys that are actually like... No, actually... Oh, well. Compared to the others, they are having rather warm clothing, but still, no jacket, no excuse. Not for me. Somebody stole money? Okay, people are thirsty. And not the good kind. These guys... I don't like how this area looks. Is it disgusting? Not nice? Building F. Wasn't there a way to tell how attractive an area was? I don't really remember how, though. I think it was negative impact on guests, but I don't see how this has a negative impact at the last way over here. Maybe we need to make it prettier, maybe we need decorations. I don't know how, though. Construction. Props, maybe? Props. I don't think anything would really fit here. Do we have anything snow leopard related? Snow. We have a snowflake light. That's not what I meant, though. We just have signs for the clouded snow leopard. Only leopard. The leopard without the snow. That's not gonna really fit here. Don't think lights will solve it. No, I don't think lights will solve this problem. I wish it would, though. Aw, koala light is really cute. But no. Centerpieces. Nice, but... God, is it this big? I mean, technically, it would fit here. Nah, not really. You can't see, but... There's actually a pathway that's like leading in here. Would look cool, but not here. I think that's too big. Otter sculpture. Not too sure about this. These statues are gigantic. Castaway. I could put a statue somewhere here. But what if I still want to use this space? I was thinking more of like something more tiny. Also, by the way, they are not complaining about this part. They are complaining about this part. So this seems to be the more problematic zone. Maybe some flowers will brighten things up. Do you think that's a better idea? I just need to make sure they're not like actually in the habitat. Because I think the animals are not too fond of stuff like actually hangs inside of their habitats. That worked. And then we're gonna put something here. And maybe a bunch would do. Facility. Benches and security bench. Now people can take a break here. Maybe that's gonna make things more pretty. Research complete. The ranger is getting the research as best they can. Maybe we should put a little bit of research on the snow leopard, seeing that they are like the new animals around here. We haven't put any research into them. It wouldn't hurt you do a little bit of that. Are you scratching? I haven't seen them use the scratching tree once. I would really like to see how they use it. By the way, where's my second leopard? He may be sleepy? Nope. Ah, there you are. Are these a couple by now? Just asking. Group member. No, they're not mates. Not yet. They still need to discover each other. At the moment, they're just ignoring each other. They're like, yeah, you know what? I tolerate this other leopard, but that's it. I really wish they would be bonding, seeing that we will need more leopards, and buying more is a problem. So I would really wish for them to, like, produce some. You know what I mean? I mean, I know technically I need to take care of not inbreeding and stuff, but it's always so hard to take care of. Now somebody's tired. Sleepy. Who of the two are you, by the way? You're the male, okay. Male is sleepy. And she is exploring. How about you also go to sleep? Are you tired? And then you can sleep now right next to each other. Maybe then they're getting to know each other a bit. Because I did put their beds quite close to one another for a reason. Like, then they have to get to know each other. They can't avoid each other. Let's see how this plays out. Fast forward a tiny bit. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay, at the moment, they're just sleeping next to each other. Sleepyheads. Maybe we can also look like at their differences. Have a big difference in patterns. Are they very similar? I think these two are very similar to one another. This one may be a little bit more yellow, or maybe no. I think that's just light. Is this actually television genetics? Yellow gray fur with black rosettes. Yeah, that's like both of them. What also would mean that babies would most likely all have like this pattern. Sleepy babies. Wonder how long I'll actually have to wait for them to become mates. Alright. How about... Why do we have drop in happiness from my guests? Happiness is dropping. Thirst and education is a little bit of a problem. Maybe we should put more drinking stations up. See that everybody seems to be super thirsty all the time. And not in a positive matter. Okay. I think I don't need to do like big ones. We have like these vending machines. I think they should improve the situation quite a lot. Pipe shot. Milk. Let's go pipe shot for now. I want pipe shot coming right up. Put that here. I know that this is like a very long distance without any drinks, but Come on. You can live that long without a drink, especially when you can buy nice drinks right over here. Let's get something to eat over here too. Do we have pizza? Hot dogs, ice cream, pizza pan. Okay, well, we're gonna put pizza here. It's a bit big. Pizza. So we're gonna put this over here. Then there is enough space for the pizza. No power. Oh no, I still have no power at this section? You're kidding me? I have no power. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna build some. Path? What kind of path are we having in the zoo? This Arctic one? Is it that one? Or is it that one? No, we don't have that one. This one. This should be the one. Oh, we'll make it big. How about 8? So we're gonna make... Oops. Another loop around this place. At the moment, there's not gonna be much in this loop. But at some point, there's gonna be some animals in here, actually. Okay, on the front side, we're gonna put some stalls or stuff. And right after this... No, I need this smaller again. Right behind all that... I'm gonna put some solar panel. There we go. Working as intended. Now everything has power. Nice. Multiple animals. No, why are they hungry again? What's up with the penguin pen? Something is not working out here. Keeper is assigned. Okay, Keeper, where are you? What the heck? Is it you? Preparing food for penguins. Just stuck. Look at them. They're stuck. Okay, if I get you down here, will you be able to go over there? Somehow they're always stuck here. This time they were stuck on the stairs instead of on the pathway, halfway done. Can I maybe redo the stairs as well? Oh, that didn't quite work out. Maybe the stairs are a little bit too narrow? That's why? Okay, we'll wait for the penguins to actually get their food before we do anything with these stairs. So much for that. There you go, go in. I can't just manually do that all the time. There must be a way to solve this. Placing food in penguins. I take the penguin and then I place the food inside of it. Each and every single time. I'll force it down your throat. Penguin. Yeah, but seriously, what to do about these stairs? That's problematic. I can't even put them at the same place anymore, can I? No. It doesn't connect. It just doesn't. Staff unable to access. Yeah, I'm gonna pause for this one. How did I do these in the first place? Maybe that's the big problem. I should have not done them that way. Even the first ones, I'm not doing anything. Wait, where are these leading? What kind of mocker-up is this? Wait, getting these? It's stuck when I do this. See, I can't do anything about the other path. Getting you down there first and foremost. It's not doing the thing that I wanted to. Okay, if I remove this. See, all gone. And then I just... I would just do it like this. It's still not doing it. How did I do these compact around the corner stairs? How did I do that? I need information on how I did this, because it looks actually good. And I don't know how I did it. Maybe I need to snap them. Maybe if I angle snap to 90 degrees. No. These are a mystery. How the heck did I do these freaking stairs? Maybe that's the reason why nothing is working out, because apparently they're buggy. They're looking really good, though. Can't complain. Okay, let's remove the snap. Ooh, look at it wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm confused. Maybe I need to use the non-grid mode for this. Terrain not even enough for placement. Okay, at least like this part of the stairs I can just redo. Remove this. I can't. And now down. No. The other way around. Help. Why is this not working? Can somebody tell me why this is not working? I magically made it go to this direction. So now if I just somehow can connect these two paths, which it won't, because it will not go below stairs. Great. This is torture, is this? I would just like to say, connect point A to B, please make stairs. Instead, I have to deal with this. Flatten terrain. Maybe if I flatten terrain, it will let me? Nope. Terrain modification failed. Somehow it can't do the last part here. No matter what I do. Ah, now it works. But can I never ever do stairs like in a non-90-degree angle? Sort of way? Well, like anything that's like, a ramp. If I leave that... No, not this. I'll leave it on the same height. Right, then... Yeah, not enough space. I panicked. I must have been so happy when I got it this way that I didn't think about that. If I can't replicate, the game probably will have pathing problems. Well, we're gonna have to make it like this. No way around this. Unless... Wait, I got an idea. Now do two pathways. One leading down here. And the other one leading down here. Masterpiece. Okay, let's see if that one works better. I can't say for sure. But it certainly is a construction. Let's see if the penguins still are getting food problems. To be honest, I kind of don't get why paths cannot, like, cross under a different path. Like, shouldn't that work out anyways? Also, I need my tea. Give me a second. Oh, I prepared a big can of tea. Just need to serve myself. Put the can down here. Otherwise, I don't have any space on my desk. That's better. Okay. Let's see how that works out. On another note, have my snow leopards had any success with mating? What the heck are they? There's one. Nope, they're not liking each other yet. Why does the water look so weird? That's not normal. Water is not supposed to be this way. Look at this. Okay. I'm gonna try to fix the water up. Nope. That's also not an option. It looks small then. Flatten to foundation. Maybe I'm gonna redo this water hole. Also paint some rock over this. It's too little. And that is too much. And that is too high. Maybe we need a little bit, smoother brushing. With less intensity. And now try putting the water in. It's way overflowing. This one worked better before, when I last tried this feature. Now, somehow it doesn't really do it anymore. Back to 100. How about I just... That's way too big of a hole. Maybe if I just go with 2 instead of 3? And now I go with water? It's still overflowing. That's not normal. You should do that. Maybe it's not because I'm making my water not deep enough? Maybe it needs to be deeper. I have to go deeper. Maybe I can stencil something out instead. Stamp tool. It's a tiny bit too deep, if you ask me. Yeah, it's way too deep. I'm not getting it. I may be too dumb for this feature. Back then, when I remembered, that was like the easiest feature to use. Make hole, fill up, done. But now, whenever I overfill, it way overfills. It has a not very defined line. As you can see like the rough rectangular outlines of the water. That's not what's supposed to happen. That's not how water behaves. Maybe if I do it like this, it only makes the water pond smaller, but it's still having this weird ass rectangular thing about it. Do I need to do it? No. It's still weird. Now you're not getting anything. Look at that. Nothing for you. No water for you at the moment. You see that I'm still working on this? I'm sorry. If I can't get it to work, I just have to live with it, I'm guessing. Maybe it's going too deep down? Maybe the brush is not round enough. Whatever the case, I can't do... Look at that. So unnatural. Especially this here. Can definitely tell that's not what's supposed to happen. If you look at when I take the terrain brush, it has a normal round layout, so it should just do this. And give us a normal round flat surface of water. Maybe if I take rough water instead? No, it doesn't do a thing. It's still the same. Still looks weird. I'm gonna have to look up if that's a bug. If that's only with my game or with any game else, because that is looking so freaking ugly. Look at how they climb in. And now he's just hanging about. A hanging leopard. Looks very cool. And nope. Back down again. I'm sorry, your water is all weird. Water seems to be buggy on this map. It's not normal. And that or they changed how the water works. Let's see, didn't we have like a weird bug in the penguin den as well at some point? Where I complained about the water not working, how water works? Yeah, over here. Because it didn't fill up all the way here. There's just a hole of water. I tried to, like, manipulate it with grass so it does not look like it is not, filled. But look at that. There's just a pixel it's ignoring. Everything else seems to be okay, though. That's how it's supposed to look. Like, round. Look. Round surface. We have some, weird problems with water here in the middle, too. Not as bad as the one in the leopard's den, though. That one is way worse. Look at it. That's not very smooth. I'm not impressed. Research company. Oh, I was for a second like, are the penguins again not getting fed? And shaky. Oh, we already shaky here. Shake. Shake it. Shake it. Milkshakes. People are buying the milkshakes like crazy. To be honest, it's pretty warm where I am currently, so I would also go and buy a milkshake if I could. Weirdly enough, they should be buying more coffee here, seeing that it's the Arctic and it's cold, right? But most people go for the milkshakes instead. Maybe it's like they're crazy enough to go in here with their shirts, so they are in love with the cold, so they actually want a milkshake instead. I forgot to put lights inside of the leopard den. So it's actually illuminated. Light source. Constructions. Lights. Floor lights I think should be the best here. It's not dark, so I can't really properly see. But I think if I put it like on the ceiling like this, it should illuminate the whole den, right? And on the outside we can use like normal lamps. Normal hanging lights maybe. These spotlights are definitely my favorite. They're like so small and it's just working. Just a few around here, every corner. There we go. We need to illuminate the trees. We're gonna use a little with themselves. Maybe that's looking a little bit more natural. It's way too big of a box though. Maybe more floor lights for this one. Just having it a little bit here and here. We have a little bit of light. It doesn't need to be like too illuminated. I think they like it rather dark. But just so that when we have visitors at nighttime, which I think we do have open at night. Yeah, for the most part. Because, yeah, we close at 11, but until the visitors that are coming in at 11 are out, it's already like 6 in the morning, so... Basically, we haven't people in here like 24/7, weirdly enough. Do you two now count as mates? No. I got the feeling they will both die before they see each other as mates. They're just not liking each other. That's what I was afraid of. They're not really happy. There we go. Couldn't see my phone properly. Wow. Okay. Save and save it. Pretty much the only thing I wanted to do today I got pretty much done. Because I wanted to get like one new habitat species. And other than that, let it be a small stream. That's not what you're supposed to be looking at. You're supposed to be looking down here. Oh, well. Actually, a pretty nice den if the water wasn't buggy. Then it would be looking better. Then I would definitely like that one more. What the heck is bugging through here? Is it the milkshakes? Ah, it's the soda. Oh well, it's okay though. I'm especially fond of that one. The sleeping places are really looking good. Oops. Higher up, camera. Yeah. Doesn't work with the mouse, so I'm gonna have to use keyboard. It's looking real nice. I like how this turned out. I don't like how this is turning out though. The heck? Edit group. What about this one? This one is a bit weird. Yeah, this is better. A little more, maybe? And then a bit inside. Okay, this is good. This is good. This way better. Better placement. I'm liking that. This one is also having a tiny bit of problems. We need to adjust a bit. Yeah, that's better. Then it doesn't look like it's curling on the outside. Maybe this one a little bit further in as well. Yeah, this is better. Now it's looking good. I like it. What are your thoughts? View is good. The toilet is free. That's the most important thing about leopards I heard in the day. View is good, also the toilet is nice. Wish I could throw this away somewhere. There is a bin. Put it in. This thought is gonna stay in their head. I mean, they had the thought here and they were seeing there's a bin coming up. Sometimes these people are like tiny bit of babies. Couldn't see the limbo wolf from here. I mean, the wolves are on the other side. I wish there was something to sit down. I think we need a little bit more benches. There is benches coming up there in the front, though. But maybe a few more wouldn't hurt. I think I'm forgetting too much that people actually do like sitting down. As somebody that does like to sit down herself, I should probably think about that more. How about a classic bench? We'll put a classic bench here. Just more space for more people. I already have benches up here, and nobody's using them anyway, so why the heck were they complaining? I just felt like using the bench when I was not near a bench, and then I complained. You know, the good old, good old. Always the way it is intended. Oh, we'll put one here. Looking nice, right next to the shop. There's nothing to sit here either. I'm not sure people should sit here though, because it's like very, very narrow. Okay, maybe we can put one bench down. Shouldn't hurt too much. One here. And then on the outside of the restaurant. Okay, we already have some here on the toilets. I don't think people need a bench immediately when they come in. That's a little bit too much. I came in and then I sat down. And then I left the zoo again. What a trip. I saw so many things. For example, a bench. And another bench. And then I went to the restaurant. And then I left. Weren't you here for the animals? Animals? There's animals in the zoo? I mean, for some of these people, it really is that. They're only here for the balloons. And the drinks. I see more people have gone to, buy balloons again. You freezing and you haven't actually none on you. No clothes. This is your punishment. I popped your balloon. You're not welcome. Even with 8 with these roads are still too small. Report ready for viewing. Education is lacking. Everything else is noise. I need more education. People are not feeling educated enough. And I don't know why. Education station soundboard. Paw print. We should put some of these up on the path. So people are actually like... How to put it? Intrigued. How about we put that here? You can see if you like the paw print. Can you figure out who it is? Which one is the leopard's one? If there is a leopard one here. Can I have an overview of education? I've not been to zoos in quite some time, by the way. The last time I was in a zoo was probably 10 years ago. Never went much to the zoo. Not my fault, though. I mean, I wasn't the one deciding at that time. But as an adult, mostly the problem that I have with zoos is that I have to pay an entrance fee. So, same problem I have with museums and everything else. As a poor person, there is not much you can enjoy without money. It's sad, but true. Why does this have no radius? At least it has no power cost. Other than that, where's the problem with my education? I think it's too little. For example, there's like no education at all over here. Maybe people are actually getting dumber by the time they walk to the other station. I think I need to change something about that. How about we put a general education board here? We're feeding you with... climate change. Very important topic. People can get informed here. They get educated. He's still smooched. The height giraffe. Where people can actually take their measurements? I mean, it's not a bad thing. Even though it's not quite fitting with this design of the zoo, so... It'd be better if I had a different animal for this. A reindeer would be nice. But I mean, if that's the thing that I only have, then I'm guessing I have to take this. The light does not affect the visitors. It does, but the light is so slow. So small. I mean, look at it. It's like a tiny bit of light here, and when a visitor goes directly through here, they are gonna be lit. But only in this tiny radius. Wait until somebody has to actually pass through. See? He got brighter for a second. See, that guy is bright now. He's lit. Very lit. And not in a positive way, but just covered by light. But the radius of the lights are so small. I mean, look at it, for example, look also on the inside. Look, that's a spotlight. And it does only this as light. On the other hand, these freaking spotlights... I need to always put these on, how do you put it? I always need to edit these, because these are way too blind. Okay, how can I get this down further? No. There we go. See, that's better. What happened? I put it too far down? Oh no, it's no longer nighttime. Let's put it on, for example. Then I can edit it again with color mode. I think this... a bit more, maybe. I think this is good enough. And then we're setting it back to automatic. Navigating via dark. It really is a shame. I wish the light system in this game would work a little different. Especially since, as I said, the lights that you have are between doesn't do anything and blowing your eyes out. I like kind of suck, yeah. Like, this one could have more power. The other one needs less power. They can't really decide. Also, the automatic... in my book doesn't work well enough. Because at this daytime light, I would still turn it on. Because it's like way too dark. But now, for example, they can turn it off. But as you saw, it still had it already on off. Even though it wasn't bright enough. The visitors are not complaining though, weirdly enough. Light is not something they actually caring about. Which is weird. They're never complaining about light being a problem. I never seen anyone complain. I think they are... the light is literally just for viewing pleasure and screenshots. I don't think it's a game mechanic. I still like my things lit up, but... kind of lights are a problem in a lot of games. I played a lot of House Flipper. Let me save real quick. And in House Flipper, I kind of had the same problem. Light for the most part in House Flipper was like too weak, too weird in how it like actually like was thrown on the room. And, for the most part, too yellow. Only the super old, bright yellow light was available. I'm not even talking about modern yellow. I'm talking about, like... real, like, piss yellow. I was never really satisfied with lights there, either. Lighting settings in the game are always a problem. Trying to think about the last time I actually played Sims, if Sims had okay lights. I'm not sure I remember. But I don't remember it being a big problem there, so I'm guessing they had a better light system. Or at least I wasn't more satisfied with that one. Yeah, but... generally speaking, if I could choose... for lights, as you see, it barely does a thing. I would make them have a bigger radius and a nicer color for the most part. Hey there, Mudkip, how you doing? Somehow my phone is not showing that one. What did you write? It only says Vita? Is that the same for everybody else, or is it just because my phone doesn't have one of the add-ons installed that you need for that, for the emotes. How you doing though? Oh no! Eh. Pop. No balloons. No balloons. What are you playing? I'm playing Planet Zoo. I'm having a look at my little animals. I gotten snow leopards today. And I'm trying to get them to like each other, but somehow they do not get along. Sometimes love cannot be forced. It's sad, but that's the way it is. There's one of them. No, did you just break the cardboard? Bad girl. Now, yeah, I have to get new one. She doesn't care. More animals is more dinner. I'm not sure I would eat a snow leopard, to be honest. I mean, isn't there more, like, animals with more meat on them? Actually? And that are tastier? That make more sense if you need to get some meat. Also, maybe less endangered. No, I would say more animals is more fluffiness, more cuteness. More cuteness is cute. Speaking of which, where's the male? Oh, there. Maybe now they're going to like each other. Look at each other. Notice the other one. Notice. 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 Oh, does my throwing not work again? God, I can't tell you how much that annoys me. Notice each other. I don't think that's a positive. Is that a positive? Did they just hate each other or like each other? They like each other! Normally I don't, like, hit somebody I don't like him, but maybe they're like Tsundere. Tsundere Leopard. Yeah, well, maybe they're Tsundere. And then afterwards, just after the smacking, she just runs away. Like, showing him that I like him by smacking him in the face. I'm gonna have a look at the throws now. Something is clearly not working again. Give it a second. Oops. So much for that. It's gonna come back. It's just reloading. But then maybe the throws will work. Is my guess. I'm just guessing. My guess is as good as yours, but I'm trying. Hello? Okay, camera's working again. Let's see the throws do their thing now. Nice throw. Drop. Ah! No, that's not... where is it? Oh, there it is. Poof! Now they're working! I don't know why that always happens. When I stream for too long, they just turn off all of a sudden. I wonder how that will be on Thursdays. Okay, Tsundere and Leopard. Now that they liking each other, we just need to wait until they're a little further with the mating, so we're actually getting some babies. Ooh. Yeah. I also just mostly jump on top of a tree. That looks not very normal. You can say what you want, this game is super pretty, but sometimes the climbing gets a little buggy. Maybe it's just me. She's dominating this tree perfectly. Yeah, defying gravity like you're supposed to. And down. Well, at least down looks good. Magic. Oh, look for your mate. Where is he? You ran past him, you dum-dum. No. Oh, see? The keeper gave you new cardboard to destroy. Your favorite pastime. Yeah. She's ignoring it. She's okay. She's like, nah. Nah. I had enough. A tiger skull. It's a snow leopard. Oh, you mean because it was scrolling on the tree? It's a... It looked more like a caterpillar going up a leaf, to be honest. Like, wah, 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 wah. Maybe she secretly thinks she's a snake or something. The way she was hanging from the tree. I think maybe the problem with that is because the tree is so bent. So the climbing mechanics don't quite work as well as they should. Also, I've never seen them use the scratching tree before. Maybe you can scratch on that tree for a change? They just like to go to the other one and jump on top. I put that scratching tree there all for nothing. They're like not interested. Rather scratch the cardboard box. Also, I never seen them swim. Can they not swim? Are snow leopards swimmers? I mean, they don't need water. Yeah, I see one swimming. Wait. Let me go out of orbit cam. Actually paddling. They can swim. See? I just didn't see them swimming before. Paddle, paddle. You liking your swimming pool? Every animal I get just gets my dreams come true. Here, have a swimming pool. A cool luxury house. And food. As much as you want. With somebody taking care of it. No. At least my babies are doing well. Speaking of which, how the penguins doing? I'm getting a weird feeling that my path may still be buggy. And I don't want that. I want my penguins to be well fed. Welfare of animals. The lowest, actually, the Arctic wolves are having a slight bit of a problem. What are the problem? Social. Space. Houses, too many animals? Too little heart shelter. Okay, too little heart shelter. You know what? We're just gonna do an additional on here. Edit. And I take this piece and copy it. There, now it's bigger. Does this count as more heart space? Yeah, heart shelter achieved. It's still having a little bit too little navigatable land area for these guys, but at the very least now they have proper shade. Maybe it's because they're breeding like crazy. How many Arctic wolves do I have in here by now? 8. That's a bit much. Maybe we need to get rid of 1 or 2, sadly. And the next pack is already on the way. At the moment we have 2 adult males and 3 adult females, but we have 3 babies. Maybe that's the problem. The babies are taking a little bit too much space. What are you looking at, Colleen? What was so shocking? Ugh, that one's not looking good anymore. Maybe that needs to be cleaned up. Quality grade 2. That doesn't look too good anymore. It looks like it's diseasing. Even more than it is. Research. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of research. Have we unlocked better food yet? Food level 2. So we should give them better food. Which direction are the snow leopards in? I think over there. Leopards. And food quality 2. Costs more. But we have happier little babies. They are very happy with their scratching tree, even though I never saw them use it. Can I actually, like, have a look at how often they used it? No, I just see how happy it makes them, not how many times they actually used it. You're the only one eating? I got the feeling they only film up one of these trays at each and every time. I can see the uses here. Wait, maybe if I click the tree. Yay, in the last 12 months, this scratching tree was used once to scratch. I'm not sure if that's a good number. I would say that's a bad number, right? Maybe they don't like scratching that much. I mean, how often was the cardboard box used? Used 0? I literally saw it destroyed. I got the feeling maybe the statistics is lying. It doesn't seem like too accurate. Why is everything so dark again? I can't see shit. It's too dark. I mean, look at these wall lights. That's not properly lighting anything. Well, maybe you shouldn't visit the zoo at nighttime. But who am I to judge? Maybe people actually like visiting zoos at nighttime. Oh god. I really should get that one a little down. I know it's looking really good this way, but I got the feeling if I were a leopard and I wanted to sleep, I would want less light. Doesn't matter what the visitors think about this. This is still enough light by a long shot. And they want to sleep. Give them some sleep. Okay, speaking of light. We have enough light to give some visitors also some lights. Lamppost. Eeny, miny, mo. How about this one? One here. One over there so you can see that properly. And the last one I'm placing here. Just have to make sure. Yeah, at the very least, this game here is very illuminated. Just in case somebody wants to try their luck at guessing the paw prints. Everything else is so dark. They get so many updates to this game. Each and every time I play it, there's like a big screen on how many updates they made. But they still haven't fixed that. Maybe it would be better if we also had light on the other side. But even then, it's only when they like right below the light. As soon as they would pass through it, no light anymore. Like absolutely none. Like way too little. The diffuse is not really working. It should have like this radius. Just like less here and more in the middle, but you know what I mean. It's too little light. I think my just a normal like tiny little phone light would already do more light than these lamps do. It's like so unlit. Composition? You mean it would be more important where I place them? I try to place them nice. It just... They don't have the radius for that to work. And that's why the suit looks way better when it's daytime. You know. Hey, bud, how you doing? They synchro sleep. Look! Further on this side now. Somebody showing affection. Maybe I should put both of these, like, into each other. So they can sleep right next to each other. Okay, I need a plan for what I do next time. But probably by the time I'll play this again, I'll probably will have forgotten. What game in small window? Was this always like that? Am I turning insane? I wanted to try a different setup today, and you're not insane. We're in the... I put it in the box today. Today it's in the box. See how this went. I'm not sure. I just wanted to see. What about these, by the way? Didn't they overfill at some point? They seem to be happy. Maybe they're not breeding as fast as I remember. But didn't especially the frogs breed like crazy? Yeah, like these guys. Box day. Yeah, exactly. It's box day. Why are they not breeding that crazily anymore? Oh, they have a managed population thing now. Max meals. Exemptions. Maximal exemptions. Interesting. That was automatic though. I didn't really put that in, so I'm guessing they put it on a useful state. Snow Globe Zoo. I know, another balloon. Pop. It's gone. Okay. It's time to save up for the day though. It's getting bad. Inbreed, yeah, ignore all the messages in the corner. I'm not really having a look at that. I tried in the beginning, but it turned me insane at some point. Because usually zoos, in real life, they do exchange their animals. Like, with each other. Like, you get my snow leopard, but on the other hand, I'm getting, like, your offspring here and stuff. So they have less inbreeding, but... what can you do? I don't have any other zoo here where I can change my stuff up with. It's just this, so I'm just gonna ignore it. We're ignoring this fact, please. It's too much real-life problems. I just want to manage my zoo and watch my tiny little animals. I don't want to think about inbreeding problems, okay? I know they're not gonna get the best of stats, but that doesn't matter. Wait, why did that not work? Why did it not work? Did you hear that? Or did... am I going insane? I did not hear that today. I'm not hearing it. Okay, this one is going... Blurb. Why is Blurb not doing anything? Box isolates also. Nah, it's not. Wait, I could try it here. Nah, it has nothing. Wait! The box isolates the sounds? Oh, I know why. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 sec. There we go, now it's working. I didn't know what caused that. But somehow, the audio was muted on the box. I don't know why. Alright. Interesting to know, because I will need that for dangerous infighting. Uh-oh. Who's fighting? Who's fighting? Outsider of the gender ratio? What does that even mean? Outsider of gender ratio. Exceeds species gender ratio in mixed group. Unable to breed or interact with group. So basically that one I can sell. Because they only ever have one male? Yeah, they only have one male. And we already gotten one male. The new alpha. So we're gonna box this one up. There we go. And we're selling it. Quick trade is the only thing that's available. Bye-bye, Marty. You got meal. Haha, very funny, not funny. Okay, I'm saving. Save Zoo. Save Zoo. And we're going back to chat only. How does that sound? There we go. Music, why is it weird? Let's just... There. Next track. That's weird. Okay. Gotten everything. And we're back to just chatting. Okay. So, on Thursdays... On Thursday... wait, music is weird, yes. On Thursday, I'm gonna have my anniversary stream. For this stream, I'm gonna put all the rewards on free. And we're gonna chat a little bit, and we're gonna play some Pizza Connection too for the nostalgia vibes. And that's pretty much all I got planned. I was thinking about like planning some more, but after discussing it with the Discord, it seems like most people just want a normal stream with like, yeah, these two things like different. Like we're playing different game, and rewards are gonna be free to spam. Please don't spam them though. Some of them do have cooldowns for a reason. Did you get it to work yet? I think I did. I'm unsure. I do the good ideas. Yes, yes you do. I do dumb ideas. You do the good ideas. That's... Careful is here for the good ideas. I'm here for the bad ideas. It's like we're playing good cop and bad cop, you know? Good idea and bad idea. See? But yeah, that's what's gonna happen on Thursdays. Nothing else will change much, so expect the usual. Okay. Even though I'm not sure what Twitch is gonna change, because I had to set a I did set a date. So maybe there's gonna be some like special banner, notice, or emotes. I'm not sure, but we'll find out, I'm guessing. I'm not sure did I set that up last time my anniversary was up? I'm not sure. Did they have that feature back then? I'm not sure. You got ideas at all? People aren't very creative. I know. I'm bottom of creativity currently. Expect the usual. Yeah, we expect the usual. Got a little special badge for the day. Seeing it on other. Oh, okay. So that's gonna happen. But yeah, I also put that on Thursdays, so that should be active. If I didn't mess it up, which I hope I didn't. I took extra care to see it's at 25th. So I checked again today. To be honest, I did check again because last time when I tried to like see if it's on the 25th on the stream, I clicked on it, and as I said, it didn't want to switch around the date And it somehow put it on the 25th, and I'm like, no. But I got it back to the 25th, so everything good. It's on Thursday now. Everything okay. It did save that, actually. Or maybe it didn't even change it at all. Maybe that was just like a visual bug. Well, we'll see. Visual bug. If not, we're gonna have our own party. We don't need the special badge, but it should be there. It should be. It should be. Okay. Also, hoping that until then, new monitor is here and installed and working, set up. Blackjack? What do you mean blackjack? No, we're not gonna play blackjack. We're not gonna do blackjack. I don't even know how to play that. I'm gonna be honest. Play chess. Now! I do know how to play chess, but I absolutely suck at chess, so I will not do it. You and your chess obsession. No. How about you play chess? That's the fun part. No. No. I'm making a fool out of myself enough. I think I don't need to play chess to show that I'm dumb. I already do that enough. Also, personally, I think chess is rather boring to watch and at the same part boring to play. I'm not sure. It just not... It had not enough visual for me. It's just... I don't know. Also involves thinking. Involves thinking, not good. Not. I need better visuals, I need better gameplay. The game is always repetitive, I'm not liking it. Reviewing chess like it's a video game is good. Yeah, it's not good. There is no progression, somehow. And it's too steep of a learning curve, and visuals suck, and... Looking at many things, like, from that perspective is really weird. Like, looking at some board games that way, especially the classics. They fail miserably on so many parts. But I think they are from a different era, so... That's the way it is. They were made when people did have less to complain about. They were happy to have something. And nowadays everybody's complaining. Including me. Yeah, I'm the big complain berry here. I'm complaining about everything. Including myself. Okay. It's getting late though, so I'm gonna have to take a run. Thursday! If you wanna be there, there's gonna be free redeems, so... If you ever wanted to spam redeems. 3 days a day. With the anniversary coming. Other than that, I thank you for being here today. And see you on Thursday, hopefully. Bye-bye!